get asked about the threefold law a lot. Do I believe that what I put out into the universe will return back to me 3 times as powerful? And before I answer that question, I first want to talk about where this idea even comes from. The threefold law is not ancient. It was introduced by Gerald Gardner, who was the founder of modern Wicca in the mid-20th century. And Wicca is a modern spiritual tradition inspired by pre-Christian pagan practices. Gardner's writings helped shape Wicca into a structured and ethical path. He introduced rules like the threefold law to distance witchcraft from harmful stereotypes. It provided a moral guideline to assure people that witches just weren't wreaking havoc unchecked. It presented witchcraft as a moral and balanced spiritual path, especially during a time when it was heavily misunderstood and demonized. But not all witches are Wiccans. When I'm asked about the threefold law, the focus is almost always on the baneful side of things, the fear of the harm coming back or the do no harm philosophy. But if we look at ancient societies, their approach to cause and effect was rooted in balance, not retribution. The Egyptians revered Marat, the divine principle of truth and cosmic harmony. When actions disrupted Marat, they believed in correcting the imbalance through reparations, rituals, or acts of accountability, not punishment. Similarly, the Greeks turned to the Moirai, or the Fates, who maintained equilibrium by weaving life's threads. If someone upset the natural flow, say through hubris, the Fates would create circumstances to humble them and restore order. These traditions focused on restoring harmony, not delivering karmic payback multiplied by 3. The idea of balance is nuanced and ties into another question: what is good and what is bad? Everyone has their own perspective on these terms, often shaped by culture, religion, or personal beliefs. Magic isn't inherently good or bad. It's a tool, the same way that a chainsaw can be incredibly helpful or destructive. Even well-intentioned magic can cause harm, whether it's a love spell that disrupts someone's free will or a healing spell that inadvertently alters another's path. Everything is connected. You never know if the good magic you performed to secure a particular job didn't take that same opportunity away from someone else, someone who has a family of 5 and now faces homelessness. To me, there is no magic that couldn't be considered baneful, whether intentionally or not. It's a reminder that every action, whether magical or mundane, carries ripple effects that we may never fully see. As a chaos witch, I approach magic a little differently. Belief is the most important tool in my practice. It shapes how magic works for me. Because I don't believe in the threefold law, I've never personally experienced that show up in my practice. For me, magic is about personal accountability, understanding intention, and respecting the dynamic flow of energy. It's not about cosmic scales or karmic vengeance. It's about creating outcomes in alignment with my beliefs and also accepting responsibility for the results. If the threefold law resonates with you, that's an incredible ethical standard to hold yourself to. But it's important to remember that witchcraft isn't a one-size-fits-all. What works for one may not resonate for another, and that's the beauty of our craft. Your practice is yours, just as mine is mine. Blessed be.